I've published 264 videos in the last 28 days. How am I able to publish so many videos every month? It starts with standardization. I standardize all of the aspects of the video, especially the file names. And then that allows for more automation and preservation of information, which is pretty important. So I just recorded some videos for a game, Two Dots, and it's a part of the game that is called a treasure hunt. And there are 7 levels. And you'll notice that there's 9 videos in here. The 9th video that's got the black screen here at the bottom, that's the screen recording that's happening right now that you're listening to. A little bit meta there. The first 7 videos are the levels, and then the 8th video is the reward that I got for it. But you can see all these file names are very generic, but I know what order they are in, and so I just use this automated tool to rename them. So I'm renaming the first 7 videos, and I'm numbering them just 1 through 7 to represent the levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really easy. Now when I go to publish, what I want is for the 7th video, which is the last, to be joined with the video I made showing the reward that I received. So I've created a process later that will concatenate videos if I've named them a certain way. And the convention that I have come up with is 7 is the name of the video that I want it to be, and then dot C for concatenation, and then a number that tells me the order that I want it in. So in this case, it says concatenate this video with this video and have this one be the first in the line and this one be the second in the line. There's one other thing. I type the name of the treasure hunt here in this text file, and I just type it once, and it will be used later through multiple parts of the process, all automatically. Now I've got to copy these files to a computer so that on the computer I can run automation tasks on them. Now that I have files on this computer, it's a lot easier to do more sophisticated things. So because I've standardized everything, that helps preserve information, I can use batch files and other things to automatically do things. So it's not obvious what happened here, but this says it's concatenating the files, 7.ff concat. Because I had named those files .c1, .c2, it concatenated them, which means it converted them into one file just called number 7. So in that directory, I now have 7 files, 1 for each level, 1 through 7. And the length of the files right now is the full length that I recorded. So the original length for level number 1 over here says 1 minute and 25 seconds. Level number 2 over on the left here says 1 minute and 1 minute and 44 seconds. And what's happening in this command window is I'm using a Python script called Auto Editor. This is a script that someone else has published. I have modified it to work for my specific needs. The Auto Editor does exactly that based on the parameters that I put in there. And that's how I'm able to remove the parts of the video where nothing is happening. Then another program, FFmpeg, takes that video and adds the audio soundtrack to it. So that's why all of the videos have music. And then I use a different batch file to make a thumbnail specifically for that video with the name of the video and everything. Because here's treasurehunt.txt, and there's the name of the treasure hunt. And I typed that in on my phone. It got copied over, and the various programs, the batch file and the thumbnail batch file, reads the name of this and uses it in the file names. This file name for level 1 just had the number 1 on there, but it said Venerable Village. Now I made it the full file name is level 1 Venerable Village, blah, blah, blah. And when this gets uploaded to YouTube, this will become the title of the video. And all of the thumbnails have, again, standardized naming and everything. Everything about it is standardized, and it preserves information. So 1 Venerable tells me the level number, and it doesn't tell me the full name of the treasure hunt, but it gives me enough information that I can differentiate level 1 of this treasure hunt, Venerable, from level 1 of a different treasure hunt. And if we open up this thumbnail was created just now with a batch file that I wrote that uses FFmpeg and writes in the name of the treasure hunt here at the top. See, Venerable Village. And it uses all of these images that I created in advance with templates. Once I have all of the video files, I will upload them to YouTube, where I'll use a different automation tool to process all of the settings on YouTube, because to publish just one video on YouTube, there are 7 pages of settings. 1 year ago, all of this took many hours. Processing 7 videos would have taken about 4 hours. Now, most of the time is like right now, where I'm just waiting for things to happen. Now it says, I'm done. So this window is completely done. And we're gonna upload the files. This is my channel. Standardization. It's important to do things in just the right way so that the results are predictable. By the way, take a look. I don't make a lot of money off of YouTube yet. My hope is that I will in the future. $8.83 in the last 28 days. That's not a lot. I've created a script in a program called Mini Mouse Macro. The files are all uploaded, see? And they all have the right title and they're just being processed. So here's Mini Mouse Macro, and this is my script. This is a lot of work. It evolved over a very long time. What I've got is the ability to process lots of different types of videos. So this is a treasure hunt style video. So I'm going to reuse details in YouTube. This button here allows me to apply things from other videos, such as the description and what playlist it goes on. So that's a big time saver. So treasure hunts need to look like other treasure hunts. So got lots of different options. Now, these lines that start with I've been recording my desktop, and I think my desktop recorder, which I've never used before, just quit on me. I was right, it did stop recording because I ran out of disk space. So I've switched formats so it's a smaller file. In Mini Mouse Macro, there are lots and lots of things you can do. Most of the things I'm doing are based on time, but a couple of tricks are based on what it sees on the screen or what it sees on my computer. For example, when I start the script, which I'll do here with a hotkey in a minute, or I could do if I wanted by pushing this button, the play button, the script will look for the window that's named channel content. And if it doesn't find it, it just waits, which is great. Now I have 7 videos that I want to process. So the way I've written this script is it will process 1 video per loop. I'm going to process 7 of them. Let me make sure I've got all my settings right. That's the correct thing. I want it to put in today's date, and I want it to publish the video. This stuff is called custom. Not like you can... Mini Mouse Macro is not specifically designed for this. I wrote this script to work on my computer. All right, so I'm going to start the macro. It's going to switch windows for me. There we go. Now this is all real time. You might notice, if you look really closely, that I'm using the tab button, or in Mini Mouse Macro, the way the cursor is moving around and it's activating things is mostly through the keyboard. Some, like clicking on visibility there, that was done with the mouse. So Mini Mouse Macro controls both the keyboard and the mouse. Whenever possible, I try to use the keyboard as the input, because if I change the position of the window, that changes where the target is. Like that, when I want to click on the word visibility there, if it's not in that exact right spot, then the coordinates change. So I don't want that to happen. And if YouTube redesigns the pages, the coordinates could change. The same thing can happen with how many times it takes to tab to get to the next video, but it's less likely to happen. So that's why almost everything is done with keyboard. Now, I said in the beginning, standardization allows for automation and preservation of information. That's really important, because in this Minnie Mouse macro, I need to choose the correct thumbnail for that particular video. The way I do that is, see how it's highlight, you might not have seen it, it's highlighting 3 Venerable, it's copying it to the clipboard, and then it opens up, it clicks on custom thumbnail, and it knows it wants the file name 3 Venerable, which is the thumbnail for Venerable Village Level 3. And here on Level 2, it's going to do the same thing. Not because it's looking for 2 Venerable, but because of standardization. It knows exactly, well, it doesn't know anything. It goes to the same place every time, selects the same information, copies it to the clipboard, and then when it goes to look for the thumbnail, it pastes that value. And that's how it looks like it's going off without a hitch. We've got it all perfect this time. All 7 videos are getting published with the correct thumbnail, and they're getting published in the order I wanted them to be published. That's also really important for my playlist. So level 7 got published first, and level 1 got published last. And because on my playlist, I put the newest ones at the top, what's going to happen is the first video, I'll show you, will say number 1. So treasure hunt walkthroughs, let's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7. It went through all 7 loops in this amount of time, 4 minutes, 1.549 seconds. So 4 minutes of running the script, configured 100% of the settings, and published all 7 videos with the exact settings that I wanted. That's just crazy. And it's because I've spent so much time creating and refining this Minnie Mouse macro. To do that by hand, each video, because I'm pretty fast and I use the reuse details, I can probably do it in 2 or 3 minutes per video with keyboard shortcuts and everything. But you saw how fast it was moving. Can't possibly do 7 videos in only 4 minutes. That's the process. Once I've got the videos recorded from start to finish on how I can publish so many hundreds of videos every month, standardizing everything from the format of the video to the file names allows me to automate a lot of stuff and allows me to preserve information across the entire thing. You saw I never typed in a level number. I used a tool to automatically number the original videos. Never even typed in a level number. I only typed in the name of the treasure hunt one time, and that got propagated through the titles. So now the title of the video shows the name of the treasure hunt and the thumbnails. It took me a very long time to get this far, and it's still not fully automated. Over time, it gets more and more automated. There you go.